away with his foul. He bumped Patrick as he came down. Patrick lost his balance and committed the travel. You see Patrick go up for the rebound right here, and he gets bodied by Longley right there and loses his balance and didn't get rid of the ball in time, and Steve Javie didn't see the play.
22nd timeout called by New York.
Right here, Derek Harper doing a good job forcing Michael. Sees the double team coming from the top. Spins baseline away from Starks. Right there, Ron Harper wide open. Nobody rotating to him. Has all day to shoot. Continues to make the big shots for the Bulls.
Patrick Ewing exasperated. Ron Harper putting together another exemplary game. He's got 12 points, no turnovers. He's been a factor defensively on John Starks tonight.
Doing all the things. You know, he used to be a star in this league. Guy that was on the borderline every year making an all-star team. Accepted a lesser role here in Chicago. And he's paying off for the Bulls and his sacrifice that he makes to play.
9-point lead.
You see Patrick and Steve Javie. Patrick pleading with Steve Javie. Javie did not have a good angle to make that call.
Foul called by Ronnie Nunn, and Scottie Pippen is going to go to the free throw line. Well, update you from New York. Dwight Gooden walked 2 in the 9th, but he still got his no-hitter.
That's okay if you walk Ken Griffey.
Yeah, that's tactically a good idea.
That's what I'd do if I had a no-hitter facing him.
Scottie Pippen gets the first. A 10-point San Antonio lead. They've reached halftime. The Jazz can wrap it up if they win. They won game 1 there by 20. And we're back to an 11-point lead with 4:34 to go. Starks. Now Pippen guards him. The runner no good. Scottie Pippen gets the rebound.
Yeah, great defense by Starks.
That may be the knockout punch.
They call that the worm dance.
These days, you're working harder than ever. You need a truck that does too.
Don't move.
Introducing the all-new 1997 Ford F-150. With even more horsepower and torque. And all the legendary strength of an F-Series.
Better get to the Grand Canyon before we do.
The all-new Ford F-150.
Beck's, the original import. Taste German beer at its finest. Beck's, America's favorite German beer.
Announcing Goodyear's Race Days Tire Sale. Save up to 25% on all Goodyear Eagles and all Goodyear Wranglers. Other Goodyear tires from $19.99. Get to Goodyear and save. And ask about Infinitread with a lifetime Tread Life limited warranty.
Che bella cosa la dolce vita. Volare la noche caliente en su esplendor suave.
God bless America. 100% cotton, cut for comfort. Fruit of the Loom. Really, really comfortable underwear.
Oh, Vern, we can see Derek Harper right here, Mason here, Patrick here, Michael's over here. Harper's going to run all the way across the court and ignore Dennis Rodman coming down the lane. Nobody stops ball. Nobody gets back to pick up Rodman. Terrible, terrible transition defense at a critical time of the game for the Knicks. Patrick trying to defend 2 guys. No help from Mason.
How about Dennis Rodman back-to-back games where he's had a key assist in the late going.
You know, Dennis is an excellent passer. He did a good job, I thought, last year in the playoffs with San Antonio. When they'd run pick and rolls with him, they'd throw the ball to Dennis. He made good decisions with the ball.
Let's check the lineups now. The Knicks have Derek Harper, Oakley, Mason, John Starks, and Patrick Ewing. Starks is 2 of 9 tonight. Ewing, tough shot.
Big shot for Patrick. You know, a lot of people say Patrick doesn't make big shots in the fourth quarter. You got to be kidding me. I played against this guy my whole career. He made a lot of big shots against us in the fourth quarter. People just don't remember because they always remember his team falling short in the finals. And until he wins a championship, he'll always have that stigma, which is unfortunate.
Jordan. Jordan just looked over at Spike Lee and waved bye-bye.
Yeah, I think he thinks that's the nail in the coffin right there, and it very well may be.
It was a very subtle wave, I might add.
But that's the cockiness the Bulls really haven't had in this New York series. New York has done an excellent job playing physical basketball, and Chicago has seemed mortal, and almost, I bet Orlando has a chance to beat them, or feels like they have a chance to beat them in the next series.
Rodman called time as Pippen grabbed the loose ball. Alert play by Dennis Rodman to save the possession with 3:02 remaining in regulation. Watch this now. As he backs up.
See you later, Spike, he says. See you in the next Nike commercial.
You come all the way from Cannes and you can't.
The NBA playoffs, Hawks Magic, tomorrow at 8 on TNT.
If you're up early enough to have the road to yourself, driving can actually be fun.
My hot rod days are over, but I'm still more likely to pass than to be passed.
Sometimes on the weekends, my husband and I just like to kind of take off and lose ourselves in the beautiful scenery. If he's driving, west.
That way. I'm not.
That's very easy.
Now with $600 cash back, Ford Contour is just $14,590. Or get incredible 2.9% APR financing. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
The future just keeps coming at you. I think about kids today, those video games they play. Every year, new generation, more advanced. Well, this is the next generation of power. Renewal from Rayovac. They're alkaline, like regular batteries, but more advanced. You can renew them, reuse them, instead of just throwing them out. They don't just come back, they come back strong. Play it smart. Rayovac Renewal.
I wasn't looking for love. With just a glance it happened. Love came looking for me. Get out of my
Dockers, flat front khakis.
Well, Michael Jordan hits a three-pointer from about 30 feet, then looks over to Spike Lee and gives him the look like that's the nail in the coffin.
It was a bye-bye wave. It's not over yet. We got 3 minutes and 2 seconds left. So if they beat us, they're a better team. But
what about the white tie? You ready to throw it in yet?
Not yet.
Okay, let us know when.
How about a bucket right here by Jordan? Then he'll throw it in.
Hey, Craig, he's the director, not you. Another board from Rodman. And they'll spread it out and work some clock. 2:50 to go. Long lead.
And there's nothing you can do about that, Vern. They just spread the court. They have better athletes, more athleticism out on the perimeter. And that's what's going to win them this series right here. They haven't played well offensively. You got to give a lot of credit to New York. But Chicago's athleticism won this series. And there was a perfect example of Pippen just blowing by the defender, Oakley, laying it off to Longley, drawing the foul.
Longley gets 2, and the lead is 14. Derek Harper, well, these are the two oldest teams in the playoffs, and one has to wonder how long this current New York Knicks team will stay together. You expect wholesale changes in the offseason?
I think New York is going to make some changes. I think they tried to make some changes at the All-Star break, and I think they will make some changes. Derek Harper's a free agent. I think they should try to re-sign Derek Harper, a true professional. He's got a couple good years left in those legs. But I think that they have some money under the cap. They have a lot of draft picks. They got 3 #1 draft picks they can use as trade, or they can use to draft some good young players. But there will be some wholesale changes. But that guy, Van Gundy, should be the guy that directs that new team.
Patrick Ewing gets the free throws and cuts the lead to 12. 2:30 remaining in this one. And the Bulls will have a chance to rest for a bit before they take on either Orlando or Atlanta. And long odds it's going to be the Orlando Magic, who play at home tomorrow night, a game you can see on TNT, against Atlanta. Jordan, the hand check foul called on Derek Harper. Don't forget, coming up when this game is over, Inside the NBA. That's coming up after the game. Vince Cellini.
Hey, and Vern, you know, the Knicks have done a great job in this series. Nelson gets fired halfway through the season. Van Gundy takes over a team that a lot of people thought were too old, and they've given the Bulls a real tough battle. And they've played a lot better in the playoffs than anybody in New York, their fans, anybody in the league expected them to play. You got to take your hats off to Van Gundy and the New York Knicks. They are warriors, as Michael Jordan said in the pregame.
Came in as the #5 seed, swept Cleveland, and then went to 4, but were competitive, and went to 5 rather, competitive in every game, including this one. Oakland. And he gets the basket, he'll shoot the free throw.
I think if you're going to keep Patrick Ewing, which I'm sure they're going to do, you just need to get some shooters around him. They have a tough time getting him the ball low on the low post. He has to step out continually. He's got Oakley and Mason always feeding the ball into the low post. They need some shooters around Patrick Ewing, particularly at that 3 spot.
Longley fouls out, second game in succession, and Steve Kerr will come on the floor. You know, look at that Chicago bench. You got to go through a whole bunch of suits till you get the players over there.
They got the most coaches in the league.
Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in suits.
They got Jack Haley over there. I don't know what he is. I wonder if he's going to get. Is he going to get a player's share, a coach's share,
or a Rodman share,
or a wives share, babysitter share?
2:02 remaining in this one. Yeah, the Bulls may lead the league in suits.
Well, Luke Longley had to go out because he's got Shaq waiting for him next week.
Now, Kukoc is a suit, and he's way down he could be back overseas.
Hey, I love Kukoc's line about winning Player of the or 6-man award. He gets that 6-man award. He says, "Hey, I like that 6-man award, but I still want to start."
Dennis Rodman with the punctuation point.
Here we got Dennis. Nobody guarding him in the half court again. Drives free to the basket.
Almost knocked out Pippen.
You know, Mr. Guy, life hasn't always been easy for me. Didn't make the cut my freshman year in high school. Didn't get drafted my senior year. What a crying shame. Didn't make the Pan Am team in '87. Or the Summer Games in '88. Let me know. Now you want to know how I got where I am? Well, if the blues don't kill you, brother, they'll make you a mighty, mighty man. You can say that again.
When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what should I be? Shall I be handsome? Shall I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera.
Just because your dreams have been crushed doesn't mean your boys have to be. 100% cotton, cut for comfort. Fruit of the loom. Really, really comfortable underwear.
What are the steps to winning in the NBA Finals? Step 1, play hard. 2, drink Gatorade. 3, match match the inside of your cap with the winning team and the number of games it takes them to win the finals and win a bag full of cool stuff. There will be over 1 million winning caps.
Sweat it out. Don't just watch the finals. Play them.
Suggestion. Don't wear all the cool stuff at the same time.
Dennis Rodman turns into an offensive force tonight. 11 points for Rodman. And that has helped propel the Chicago Bulls to a 14-point lead. Let's check in with Craig Sager.
This is the Bulls' 432nd consecutive sellout. Courtside seats go for $350, but there hasn't been a ticket available since 1987. But this is the hottest ticket in town tonight. An invitation to Dennis Rodman's birthday bash at the Crowbar. 1,200 of his closest friends, relatives, and acquaintances. It ends unofficially at 4 a.m. or sometime tomorrow morning, but I think it started moments ago. Vern?
I know, Craig, you're going to go, but I got my doubts about Ainge.
You know I won't be there, but you know Craig will for sure. That's Craig's invitation, by the way.
We're going to count on Craig to uphold the Turner Sports Division.
He's a reporter. He's got to be there. He's got to cover the story.
That's a new twist on the O-line if somebody's got to do it. Rodman got the technical. He is ejected.
Well, he can get a head start. He can get a head start of that party right now. He can beat the traffic. That's all right, Dennis. Don't let it spoil the parade.
Talk about the Rainbow Coalition. Well, now he's got to leave the court. And Pippen leads the cheers. "12 rebounds, 11 points, and a couple of timely assists."
A great series by Dennis Rodman. He's done everything. He's demanded so much attention by Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason. It's opened up opportunities for Pippen and Harper and Jordan and Winnington and Longley, all his teammates, to go in and get easy putbacks.
Oakley misses the free throw. Rodman has to leave the court. Well, let's see. He's going to walk right by the Knicks bench. There's the word for Jeff Van Gundy. Here comes the jersey.
Dennis trying to get the crowd fired up. He knows that there's a lot of work left to do for the Bulls to win their championship.
He is a work in progress. And I think sometimes he's putting us all on and laughing at our expense.
No question about it. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows what he's doing right there as he went off the crowd, talked trash to the Knicks bench, got the crowd all fired up.
Oakley, who occupies an opposite end of this point, doesn't get the free throw. Winnington throws it away. It'll be the Knick ball.
That guy needs a different size of jersey. He won't fit in Rodman's jersey.
Now the fans begin a derisive chant. 1:22 to go. The double on Patrick Ewing. Scottie Pippen all over him. Starks. Mason. And Oakley. It kind of summarizes the night for the Knicks. 1 minute remaining.
Anthony Mason making a hard foul on Michael Jordan. You know, they got to think about getting Michael Jordan out before this game's over. Anthony Mason might stick a knee in his thigh or something crazy. Scottie Pippen's had back problems. You never know what Mason might do.
Jordan at the free throw line, where he is 6 of 7 tonight, make it 7 of 8. And 34 points. Siskel is explaining to Spike Lee how this all happened. Oakley is out. Grandison is on the floor now for the first time in this series. And San Antonio leads by 8 in the third quarter.
Well, Ron Harper right there is telling Spike Lee he can go home and watch the rest of them on TV.
Jordan gets them both. 94-79. John Starks gets a basket and will shoot the free throw. Are you one of those who think if it comes down to Orlando, Chicago, it might go 7?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great series. Again, I just don't think that Chicago can be beat. You know, a lot is going to depend on the health of Pippen and Kukoc and Jordan. But Pippen and Jordan look pretty good tonight. Kukoc is supposed to be back this weekend. I think it's going to be a great, great series. Chicago's look like they have potential to be beat, where earlier in the year people doubted that. But I think New York has had a lot to do with their struggling offense.
I can just hear Steve Smith and Lenny Wilkins and Christian Laettner and the rest of the Atlanta team saying, wait a minute. But they do face a formidable obstacle, and here's the standing ovation for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, Vern, Atlanta can't beat Orlando. If Orlando's not mad at their performance last night, then they're going to be in for a long series when they get against the Bulls, because they got to play a lot better. And they want to end it too, because Penny Hardaway's not been 100%.
Ron Harper, terrific game tonight. This one ends appropriately enough in front of New York's most celebrated fan, Spike Lee. And Phil Jackson, the NBA Coach of the Year, has his team in the Eastern Conference Finals. They are 8 victories away from their 4th NBA title of this decade. Let's go to Craig Sager with Michael.
Michael, this was the round when the comeback ended a year ago. You have unfinished business, but how satisfying is it to get past this round and past the Knicks?
Well, I think we accomplished a major feat by getting back to the conference finals, but I don't think our task is any easier. You know, Orlando's playing extremely well, and you know, we're not playing extremely well offensively. Defensively, we're playing well, so we got to play a lot better if we plan on beating Orlando.
Orlando gave you problems last year. What concerns you most about the Magic?
Well, they got so many weapons. You know, on any given night, any of those 5 starters could give you 30 or 40 points. So defensively, we got to do what we can to try to contain them. Shaq is going to get his touches. We know that. We just got to make sure that they're tough touches. And if you get a chance, we can't give them no easy baskets.
We're standing about 35 feet from the basket. You buried a 3, looked over to Spike Lee. Was that to tell him to go on home?
Yeah, he can have a safe flight back to New York.
Okay, thanks a lot, Michael. Good luck. Vern?
Okay. I know we appreciated the wave when Michael waved at Spike Lee. I'm not so sure that Scottie Pippen even saw it, but Scottie was busy on the court at both ends tonight. We seem to do this a lot after a Bull victory. Come over and chat. Congratulations to you.
Thanks a lot. It's a big win for us. It's been a tough series, you know, even though we beat this team 4 of these games, 4 out of 5 games. It was a tough series all the way.
Tougher than you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, it was. Well, we know New York's a very physical team. They're going to play hard. They're not going to give up no matter what. And, you know, we just had to stay focused as our ball club continue to go through these games and not really get wore down with the physical play.
Scotty, you guys come out, you win 72 games. You sweep Miami. You make them look awful. It almost seems like you're immortal. Nobody thinks the Bulls can be beat. All of a sudden, you run into a New York defense that's tough. Scottie Pippen's a little bit sore. Kukoc goes out. How much credit do the Knicks deserve for how bad you guys are playing offensively, and how much is it just the injuries and out of sync?
Well, I have to give credit to the New York Knicks ball club. You know, they play us tough every time we face them, and we know what type of physical challenge that they present every night out on the court. But, you know, I think as our ball club look at ourselves, we haven't played well throughout this whole series. I thought we played very well in the Miami series, but in the New York series, we haven't played up to our potential.
How are you feeling physically? I mean, it looks like a couple times you drive in there and it doesn't seem like you have the same explosiveness to the basket of Scottie Pippen of old.
I felt a lot better tonight than I did in the game Sunday, but, you know, I'm kind of loosening up as the game going. You know, this has been a physical series, so it's taking its toll on me to some degree.
Well, you got a few days to prepare until the weekend anyway. Time to get some rest. What are your main concerns about going against Orlando?
They're a very strong ball club. You know, all 5 of their starters, their bench is something that we definitely got to stop. But we can't let all 5 guys get in double figures each and every night. But hopefully Atlanta can keep that series going.
Good job.
All right.
15 points, 11 rebounds for Scottie Pippen, and the Chicago Bulls go by the New York Knicks in 5. We'll be back in a moment.